By Tacocraft Taqueria.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the frim sauce with the awesome bay, with shafafa on the side.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. We're on the road for a Taco Tuesday, and what does a man do after eating about 15 meals in 4 days in New Orleans? Have a light lunch at Tacocraft with Mark Falsetto, of course. That's the way to do it.
Welcome back, Mike.
How are you today, Mark?
You know, I'm fired up. It's Taco Tuesday. It's my favorite day of the week.
Is it?
That's it.
Any day that ends in Y that allows for eating is my favorite day of the week.
Okay. Well,
And we have Jeff Defo DeFars making his maiden voyage to Tacocraft.
Couldn't be any happier. Yeah, I've been excited about this. Of course, I live Lauderdale by the sea, so I blow by the Tacocraft there. It's always packed.
yeah.
And you're thinking, wow, what is the appeal of this place? You guys, of course, were here last time. I wasn't able to make it. And you could see what it was all about. Another tremendous concept by these guys. I mean, between Bruno and Falsetto, I mean, how do they do it conceptually? They are way ahead of everybody else in the restaurant industry. It's amazing.
Well, we like to consider ourselves professional eaters and drinkers.
I'm in the right place.
And I am a little biased that Italians do it better than everybody. Clothes, cars, food, wine. But
Pretty amazing, though. You
Yeah.
guys have hit on a lot of things.
just
Whether
a
it was
group of Italians making Mexican food here.
Well, you know, Mark, of course, started off on his own doing some things like burgers with Rock Burger and
the original Taco Craft on Himarshi.
Tacocraft and Himarshi, and you had the sandwich shop, Henry's Sandwich
Henry's, yeah.
Station, which is in hiatus now.
Well,
and,
yeah, a developer, bought us out, and they knocked down the building, and but we're going to be back in some variation of not have some tricks up my sleeve with some new sandwich
That's it.
concepts as
That's
well.
it. Meanwhile, you also have Pizza Craft going still down
Pizza
at Himarshi,
Craft, yeah.
and the Apothecary,
Yeah, Apothecary
Speakeasy,
330. Yep.
and of course, Runway 84, knocking them dead. Everybody loves
Oof.
that place. I mean, if it's like going to New Orleans. If you don't enjoy yourself when you go have a meal at Anthony's Runway 84, you're dead. You're not alive. You just don't enjoy life.
And that's been pretty much our motto when we talk to a table. If somebody's not having a good time, we actually feel like there might be something wrong
Spoon
with
in their nose, and
Yeah,
it's
with
not even
easy
fogging
check.
Yeah,
up.
the paramedics are on speed dial because
Meanwhile, we're happy to be here because I don't know if you knew this, but there was a kind of major outage on Facebook and Instagram this morning, and you would have thought like everybody lost their electricity, their water. I mean, people. What did people do before 2005?
well, listen, we're big on social media and all morning. No Facebook, no WhatsApp, no Instagram. So it's been a wild morning, but we're back.
I'm happy to report we're back. We're rolling on the Let's Eat South Florida Facebook group. Ooh, I hear a nice asthma bite there.
That was
Audio
great.
Our
sensitive.
homemade tortilla chips.
Wow.
Defo getting into the ASMR game. A nice crunch there.
I did bring some stuff, some light fare, some different stuff.
Yeah.
First off, let's start with the margaritas. Got
yes.
some
cheers.
watermelon margaritas. I'm doing a classic today.
Nice.
Now, what's up with Mayo with the Virgin Mary?
No.
Whatever
This
that is.
No, he went with the real one
For
after we twisted his
purposes
bar.
of the show, I had to imbibe.
Please. I mean, you're just coming back off
And
vacation.
I realized the best way to detox from a trip to New Orleans
Is to
is
keep
to
drinking.
keep drinking.
Yeah,
Just keep
absolutely.
drinking.
That's
This
it.
sauce is great.
Yeah, so this is some
particular
unique
salsa.
stuff
Yeah.
that we didn't try last time. So some stuff that's outside the box, which is our salsa trio, which
I
is
like this,
we have
yeah.
our regular roasted tomato salsa,
Nice.
but we have some different variations here. This is going to be a salsa verde, which is our green. And this is a roasted chili mango with some local Florida mangoes,
Very
chili,
nice.
tomatoes, sweet, a little heat. Very popular. Again, with our homemade tortilla chips that we do in-house. Chef Robbins, as you know, with his, South American culinary background, we do our empanadas, but we're going to do these with a 12-hour braised oxtail.
Oh, my God.
And that's going to have aged manchego cheese, some golden raisins, and with a chili darbal chimichurri. So,
Wow.
Mike, you could cut one of those up there.
I
Yeah,
will.
just
I
go
will
for
have
it. Yeah.
Lubie do the honor. He's the official cutter
Yeah.
because I tend to be a complete heathen when it comes to things like this. I'll pick them up
A
with my
butcher.
fingers.
Oh, yeah.
and
He's the one
shove
bite
it
guy.
down with
Oh,
one,
yeah.
These
one-
sauces are very unique, though, and all delicious.
Everything homemade.
Yeah,
we do
very
everything
nice.
every morning.
Very nice.
We come in prep in about 6 a.m. We do everything in-house for the tortilla chips we make every day and the salsas.
Fantastic.
Yeah, look at this. Look at that beautiful
Yeah, try
oxtail
some of this
filling
homemade chili,
with
the
the
arbol
holy
chimichurri. Yeah, just
chimichurri, a little bit of a kick,
a little bit of
of
kick, a little sweet,
little
there you go.
flavor. We love this. We say cheers, salud
That's
to
it.
Taco
Let's go for it.
Tuesday. I asked him for a
That's
salad, and there it is at the far end of the table.
far end of the table.
First, I have to reach through the. I guess it looks like a little
It looks
enchilada here.
fantastic.
Yeah.
We got tacos.
Yeah, these are homemade
Got
taquitos.
empanadas,
Yeah,
taquitos.
there you go.
And then okay,
Yeah, you're
There we
definitely
go.
not in the restaurant business. I'm just messing with you.
he used to be. I'm gonna take a bite of this oxtail.
Yeah, go for it. Let
empanada.
me know what you think. We're gonna braise that oxtail. It's gonna have some, and some beer, spices,
Mm.
a little unique twist to it.
Very nice, flaky. Not greasy at all. The interior is beautiful, very tender. And that chimichurri, our bowl, it really gives it a nice kick.
Yeah, a little
Livens it
different.
up.
Yeah,
And now, if I have a napkin, I'll be.
Here, I got one here for you that I haven't
Oh,
used
there
yet.
you
It's
go.
in her hand.
You need
That's
a
it.
bib. Yeah, you might want to get them a bib.
Yeah, right.
The napkins in your
An
hand.
apron.
Superstar.
So, I am recovering from the New Orleans trip, and you know what? It's funny when I go to New Orleans. A couple things I never eat because I always want to eat like the locals do. Now
Sure.
I'll have some refined food, and obviously Creole is kind of an amalgamation of fancy French techniques along with the New World things.
Sure.
And what happened in Louisiana? A lot of fresh Gulf fish and things like that. And there's the Cajun cuisine, which is a little more rustic. But I never eat Mexican food or Chinese food or sometimes Italian. There's some good Cajun,
Italian.
Creole style Italian places where they put their little spins and local spin on Italian.
Sure.
Have you been to New Orleans a bunch?
You know what?
or-
I have not been to New Orleans. I have not been to New
Oh,
Orleans.
never?
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what? I have a funny story. We actually were on a way there when we were in college,
Okay.
and our car broke down
Oh,
in
no.
Tallahassee. We were driving on. We were gonna make a road trip. We couldn't afford a plane ticket at the time. We decided to
Yeah.
take a road trip, and our car broke down, and we ended up staying in Tallahassee in a 3-day bedroom.
Now,
Oh,
That's a
wow.
true story.
I mean, I'm
I'm-
sure it was
That's a
decent
true story.
weekend.
I'm
Yeah.
a little bit surprised, shocked.
You guys
Yeah.
have a professional
because-
eater.
Yeah.
This guy, Mark Falsetta, is a guy of impeccable taste and
Mhm.
class. He loves going up to the races at Saratoga. He goes to Chicago quite
New York,
frequently.
Vegas,
New York,
LA, Chicago,
married
Rome,
a
Milan,
Brooklyn girl,
yeah.
which of course I'm from Brooklyn. So
That's it.
and to hear that a guy of
Yeah.
your impeccable taste has never been to what I consider one of the 5 best food cities in America, and I'm sure you've heard all
Oh,
about it.
100%, 100%.
So I am gonna mandate you and Danielle to go to New Orleans.
Sure, yeah,
sometime. Promise me this, the way I promised my daughter that I would lose 40 pounds by June
Yeah.
17th. That at some point in the next 12 months you will get to New Orleans.
Yeah, the next trip that we have a chance to make it out there, that's definitely going to put that on our list. 100%.
Because I know you're a busy man, but I
100%.
also know you are always on the hunt for.
We got some
interesting-
big food trip coming up. We're going to be in Chicago for the restaurant show in May. We're going to be there for 10 days. We have a lot of new restaurants we're trying, and we're also going to New York as well. So we just came back from the Fountain Blue Las Vegas to try what they're doing out there. But we're going
Nice.
to put New Orleans down. Check it out.
Yeah,
how
because-
was the Fountain Blue in Vegas?
Oh,
How
top
did you find
notch,
it?
top
Yeah?
notch.
Good?
Yeah. Yeah, the Sofers and Groot Hospitality, David Grum did a great job in some of the new restaurants there.
Oh, cool.
Mother Wolf from LA was an amazing restaurant. So just a lot of cool.
Casino in there?
Yeah, great,
Oh,
big,
okay.
yeah, huge,
Yeah,
huge
nice.
casino.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge casino.
I
Yeah,
would
you don't
imagine.
build a
Yeah, no, huge
No, I mean,
casino.
you can
It's
imagine.
unbelievable what they did out there, and they're going to open up that pool this summer. The new pool. It's going to be a big destination.
Yeah. Oh, great, great.
So, do you have any? I guess are you guys looking to Vegas to expand anything yet, or not?
Listen. The team at Runway right now, we're looking to a lot of big things with the Runway brand. So,
Okay.
I can't talk too much about what's going on,
Okay.
but
Nice.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It seems like
Yeah.
something
Music,
that should
big
replicate
food. Oh, yeah.
easily, and people
Oh,
will
yeah.
love it. And that whole supper club experience.
Yeah, a lot of
really-
people
Shouldn't
love
Runway be at Caesar's Palace?
yeah, I think it would just make sense to me.
How is that not possible?
Yeah, right.
I mean, that it
It's-
isn't happening yet.
It's got that Rat Pack vibe in terms of whether it was
it's got the
Dean Martin,
it's got the
Crooner, yeah.
Las Vegas feel to it for
Yeah,
sure. That
definitely.
1960s style supper club
That's
Sinatra.
it.
Yeah.
It seems like a natural fit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's a natural fit here at
Yeah.
Tacocraft. It's nice crowd here on a
Yeah,
Tuesday
very busy.
afternoon
Yeah.
downtown Fort Lauderdale. I guess it is peak season now, and spring breakers are coming in. And
Spring breakers are out and about. The beach right now. It took me an hour to get here from Lauderdale by the Sea almost, which is 3.3 miles away.
Yeah.
It took me 40 minutes on commercial.
oh, geez.
Yeah, the beach is just very, very busy right now. Victoria Place location here. This is for the locals. A lot of locals. So we just have a big lunch here, and then we're going to roll in a happy hour and keep it rolling.
And again, talk for some of the people who might not be familiar with this location. You got parking behind it. There's parking lots in the parking.
Yeah, we have the
garage.
5-story parking garage, free
Yep.
park in the parking garage right behind us. We have a parking lot here, 2 parking lots behind the restaurant.
And there's also street parking that
Street
I
parking,
found some just on one block to the east here. Very
Appreciate you mentioning. A lot of people drive by and see the little lot here. Full doesn't realize there's a parking lot behind us and the parking garage right behind Foxy Brown.
They have
Above
some
Foxy Brown,
threatening signs in this parking lot, by the way. I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're going to confiscate your car if you park
Right. Yeah,
illegally.
that is definitely not us. That is definitely not us. But I think it's just to prevent people from parking and walking to other places.
So I'm going to go in next to
Yeah.
these tuna tacos.
You
here.
got to try.
Yeah,
those,
so this is
Mike,
this
man.
is
Come
some
on.
new stuff. This is
What
our
about
tuna
this,
poke.
over here?
This is a tuna poke taco right here, which is we're actually one of the only people in town. We're bringing in fresh Big Eye.
Oh, okay.
This is
Big-
fresh, nothing
Big Eye
frozen.
tuna. Okay.
Yeah, Big Eye tuna. You know,
these
you
Is
are
know
that
tuna
from the
tacos.
Pacific?
I like
Costa
them, yeah,
Rica?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you take one of those
Oh,
here.
beautiful. Thank you.
And
yeah, we're gonna do a little homemade ponzu.
nice.
Yeah, homemade ponzu. We're gonna hit that little sesame, a little seaweed, and a little spicy mayo in our little homemade mini wonton
I like
these.
these. I was gonna
tortillas
say, I
that we
love
make
these
those.
tortillas. I
Going
Yeah,
like
we
for the
make those.
Asian theme, you get the
A
kind
little
of
Asian taco. Yeah. I'll
and
give one of these, too.
and it's what Defo loves, which is the,
Yeah.
the hard crunchy shell.
Yeah, the hard crunchy
He
shell.
doesn't
do
like
like that,
those
yeah.
soft corn tortillas or flour
So
tortillas.
someone asked on the chat line while Mayo dives into eat.
I love questions.
So hopefully he doesn't.
Oh, wait, do you want
eat
me to
it.
do
No,
it?
I don't want you eating and talking, and you can ASMR, but I'm gonna
no
ask
ASMR.
the question. You can ASMR if you all you want, but I'm still gonna talk. You guys do anything with avocado and margaritas?
Yes.
Like an avocado margarita or something of that nature?
Yeah, we run them on special. Yeah, we run them on special. Not on the permanent menu, but we're
Okay.
always dabbling with
Nice,
the
nice.
avocados and the margaritas. Yep.
I see that you do some creative margaritas. Are there any things with specials?
Ooh, our 50-50 with the mezcal. You know, we've been doing a lot of unique margaritas. When we open up Coral Springs in June,
Okay.
looking like June, hopefully here, we're going to be running some new margaritas on the list company wide. So some stuff with coconut cream, a lot of stuff with
Nice.
mezcal. So we do all of our juices and purees in house. So every day we're doing new stuff. Yeah.
That tuna,
What do you
This
think
is
about that, Mike?
fantastic.
Fantastic.
This
that
is
is melt in
fantastic.
your mouth product right
Thank
there.
you
And
so
you
much.
said that,
I like there's a touch
that's
of avocado
product
at the
that-
bottom of it, which is nice.
That's fresh big blue eye.
And it's coming in from where? Is that
You know,
Pacific, Costa Rica, or is
no,
it
it's all. You know, I have to,
Atlantic?
yeah, I have to confer with our purveyor, but it's a local purveyor,
Hmm.
Oh,
fresh
nice.
Big Eye tuna.
Yeah, because now
Oh, yeah.
there's all kinds of good tuna from all over the world.
Yeah,
Really now,
yeah.
there's great Spanish tuna. I know, obviously, the Japanese tuna.
Yeah.
But this product tastes
That's
mighty
full, that's
fine.
full
Just-
sushi grade there. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the best of the
That's
best.
really good.
Yeah.
Just it's just I mean, just
But it's
beautiful
light. Like it
ruby
doesn't feel
red color.
like too much.
Listen,
I know the tuna is a beautiful light.
well, that's the
bite.
thing
Light.
with Taco Craft. If you're not in the mood for tacos and you're not in the mood for some of the heavier foods or the fajitas and stuff. We just have so many light bites that a lot
Yeah.
of people don't know about, and very popular with the ladies as well. The tuna tacos.
Mhm.
These are another one, the little taquitos. That's our braised
things.
chicken. We're doing an adobo braised chicken, and actually we use the nice same tomatoes we use at Runway, the Chow DOP San Marzano tomatoes, because that's what we do. We're doing the braised chicken in that is one of my wife's favorite is the tuna chicken taquitos.
Nice. I'm going to dive into that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll move some things around here in a second.
I'm
Let you
going to
get
just ask about, besides the, Taco Tuesdays, what other promotions you have throughout the week and
Listen,
brunch service
we
on the
keep it
weekends?
very simple here. Taco Tuesday on Tuesdays all day long, and then we have happy hour Monday through Friday every day except for Tuesday. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday we do a big happy hour. It's at the bar, and then our weekend brunches, which we do a whole chef-driven Mexican brunch item like our churro and chicken and waffles, but with a churro waffle.
Mhm.
So we're doing our take on chicken and waffles, and we make
With a
waffles
churro
with
waffle.
churro waffle. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, we created that years ago. Very popular. Dulce de leche French toast
Oh my
with tequila infused maple syrup. We're doing so we're doing a bunch of different spin on some brunch items. We just have some brunch tacos and bottomless, not just spritz, Bloody Marys and mimosas. We're actually doing spritzes, so Aperol spritzes,
Oh,
different
really?
spritzes.
Well, that's
Our
nice.
friends with JF Hayden's, we're doing a spritz with them as well. So bottomless spritzes as well.
Well, that's
Very good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And this salad I'm digging in now, I got.
Is there a
it's
dressing?
kale.
I want to give something a little unique, Mike, for you. This is our kale salad.
Okay.
But we're going to have those agave glazed sweet potatoes that we had in the
Oh,
guacamole
those
last
are
time.
nice.
This is going to have a little sweet from the sweet potatoes, a little tart from the cotija cheese, so a little
Mhm.
salt and sweet, avocado, cherry tomatoes, pumpkin seeds. There's little pepitos for crunch.
Ah.
And this is a creamy garlic dressing that we make in-house.
Nice.
So it's a little bit of
I
a
keep hearing
sweet.
that term in-house.
Yeah, everything in-house, everything in-house, house-made. But when we don't just say it here, we actually do. We mean it. So, no Ken Steakhouse here. Nothing wrong with Ken Steakhouse, but.
No, but again, and this is one of the distinguishing characteristics of Tacocraft that elevates it. It's, it's not a taco truck on the side of the road. It is a full-fledged kind of
It's a gourmet
upper
Mexican
echelon.
restaurant. Yeah, fine casual. This is Joyce Farms, all natural chicken breast, no hormones, no antibiotics. We do like a
that is
6 to
great
8 ounce.
salad, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a little different, right?
It's one of the best salads I've had.
Thank you so
anywhere.
much.
He's a
Any
big
restaurant.
fan of kale. He is a big kale.
We
No,
have
but
a
I mean, in
big
general,
fall-
you're always looking for, hey, where can I get a great salad? You're not necessarily thinking Tacocraft.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a great salad.
When people hear the name Tacocraft, they think we're just tacos, but actually
Yeah.
tacos only makes up for about maybe 50% of the menu.
Oh, funny.
We have some great salads, like our Mexican chopped, our Caesar, which we have our own spin with tortillas and avocado and a creamy Caesar dressing, but there's a whole different spin on it. And the kale salad's been on the menu. We created that about 5 years ago. It's very popular.
Nice. So,
I think there is some cranberries as well.
I did.
Too.
I
there's some
I
cranberries.
got a hit
So
of a little
sweet,
bit of sweet.
a little
Dry cranberry,
salty.
Delicious, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Hits all the notes.
Yep.
And that's what you're going to get here at Tacocraft. It's
Yeah.
510 North Federal Highway. Does that sound right? 510 North Federal.
That sounds right.
510. Yeah, 510. We got so many. I don't
can't
even know
miss
the
it.
addresses anymore. 510 North Federal, right in the heart of Victoria
Yeah,
Park
it's
and
right
Playground
here.
Village.
You can't miss it.
I like just between Sunrise and Broward, right off Los Olas
Yep.
here. We're
Great
excited. Yep.
And again, the free parking, you don't find that in Fort Lauderdale. You find that here.
Yep. It's
At
very
Taco
easy
Craft.
to park.
How involved are you when it comes to the food? Because it feels like, and how often are you changing? Because it feels like you have the mainstays, but you also are playing with stuff and trying stuff, which I love.
So every concept I do, I like to be hands-on in every single dish. So but Chef Robbins and myself, we create every single dish for every single concept.
Oh, wow.
So, it's, we're actually, don't forget, vote for us. I'm just going to throw us out there. Fort Lauderdale Magazine, Tacocraft. We won Best Taco and
nice.
3 years in a row, and we're
wow.
going for 4 years in a row. You can vote at Fort Lauderdale Magazine.
Fort Lauderdale
Best
Magazine.
of, yeah, best
Wow,
of.
promote that.
Yeah, best
no,
of,
I mean,
yeah.
I know the Sun Sentinel's been doing
Yeah.
different things. I'm sure they're going to eventually get to the Mexican taco
Yeah, right.
categories.
Yeah.
Right now, they're doing barbecue and
Oh, yeah.
these best of things, they mean something to the local.
They mean something,
operators,
listen, for business, it's not much, but it's for the morale. The team
Yeah.
works so hard. Listen, we can buy our tortillas. You can buy chips from Cisco if you want. You can buy dressings. But when you do day in, day out, and the team's working hard on creating everything from scratch, everything homemade, taking the time to braise and taking time to do all the work, it's nice to get a little reward. We were just down the South Beach Food and Wine Festival last
right,
weekend.
I saw you dishing out all those tacos.
Yeah,
and
we did.
things.
We did the fresh tuna, the big eye tuna taco, the Hawaiian one that you
Mm-hmm.
had last time. So we did that. It was fun. Made 2,000 tacos.
Were you
Wow.
at the grand tasting? It was
No,
the
not this year. We
was
we-
the
yeah.
Guy Fieri event.
No,
or
we're at
is
the new one. Well, it's, I think a couple years now. The Aaron
Aaron
Sanchez.
Sanchez. Okay.
Yeah, so we were hanging out with him. Had some tequilas with him, and Food Network was there. It was great.
Down to earth guy, as many of the chefs.
Yeah,
down
nobody
there.
else from Broward was there.
Oh,
No
really?
other, yeah, I didn't see
Interesting.
anybody else from Broward there. So it was
Interesting.
great to represent Broward, Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, no, I saw your Instagram. It looked
Yeah.
like you were keeping busy that day. Those big events are always. It's good for burning some calories.
Every
as opposed
year
to
we say
consuming
we're
them.
not doing any more events. It's in the middle of season.
Yeah.
Middle of season.
Right.
Everybody's busy.
And it's
know
good
what?
marketing.
I took all
especially-
the chefs out of each store, and we all took down there. So I took every chef out.
Okay.
5 of us went down there,
Okay.
Yep.
and everybody got to cook. It was a great experience.
Yeah, and it's good. It's for a once in a while thing,
Yeah.
and it does, especially down there, people coming in from all over the country, all over the world.
All over the world.
So the marketing opportunities there.
You wouldn't
obviously-
believe how many people heard of Tacocraft and
Really?
Runway 84. It was great.
Well, I
Everybody- yeah,
imagine
it's
many
great, yeah.
people have heard of Mark Falsetto and
No.
the Pope, Anthony Bruno.
Yeah, exactly. The Godfather.
Yes,
The Godfather. The Godfather of pizza. That's what they know by.
Yeah. So well, you know what? We got to talk about the contest. We do our weekly Gulfstream 10 Palms. They have a Sunday brunch buffet
Oh,
there.
the best. I love Ted Pops.
And
Great. They do
you're
great
a
job.
horse guy. You
Oh.
love going down there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Joe
He's one of
Beja.
Saratoga.
Joe Beja is the executive director of hospitality now, food
Oh, yeah.
and beverage at Gulfstream. He's a big fan of Runway 84. By
Oh,
the way.
yeah.
He's always taking his mother there for occasions.
Yeah, he comes in a lot. Yep.
So, Joe B, thank you. And speaking of tacos and tequila, I understand, they have their event. Once a month now, they're doing a taste of the track. And this past Saturday, I guess in my absence, Lubie, you went down there. How was that?
They did a great job, and we were talking about events. And one thing with events, a lot of the time, is it can be too much, as Mark was sort of alluding
Too
to.
big, too many people.
One thing Joe's done, I guess, because he's gone to a lot of these events, he's taken notes. He's really good about watching what other people are doing and paying homage and learning from them and emulating what he wants to do and some of the things, living it out. It was really spread out perfectly. Like you were able to go from each food location or each tequila location and not feel like you were going to pass out. So it was really, I really enjoyed myself. They do a great job there, just like you guys do a great job here. And the food was fantastic. And I'm not Mr. Tequila, but I do like a nice margarita.
Yeah.
And they had every station had both tequilas to taste and margaritas, which was really good.
And he had some nice high-end tequilas. I think it was only about a dozen or so. How many tequila bottles do you have here at Tacocraft?
The menu, said, we have 120, 150. Right now we have about 250 tequilas.
Really?
Between tequilas and mezcals.
Wow.
And, a lot of people, they think tequila, and I just like to reiterate this, and we tell the customer the same thing. They just think of that bad experience they had in college, drinking that, that gold,
Guilty.
Cuervo,
that gold Cuervo
No, it wasn't
bottle
even
with
gold
the
Cuervo. This
just
was the bottom of the barrel.
So a lot of people remember that, but
I think it was called Sid's Tequila.
oh god, and
Jose,
I just got goosebumps.
Jose Cuervo was my roommate.
Yeah.
at Syracuse.
Right. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I ate the worm. That was the mistake. But
Right.
anyway, no, it's
And a lot of people
whole...
just think that stuff, but you know what? There's so many good tequilas, and when somebody orders a Blanco, and we like Blancos, and which aren't aged at all, we like to say, listen, have you ever tried a Reposado or a Añejo? And the Reposado is aged up to a year with a little bit more darker in color and some more caramel flavors, or even trying a Añejo, which is a little aged more. And then when you get into the extra Añejos or super Añejos, those are aged up to 3 years or over 3 years. And that's when you start getting those sipping tequilas.
Mm-hmm.
And then the supers are aged in cognac barrels or port casks.
So you get the different flavor profiles on top.
I like to start off the night with either a sipping tequila or finishing that way. But there's so much to try. And, I'm still learning. I'm just still learning after even 8 years.
Have you thought of doing tastings? Because you just
so we have a flight.
right now
We have
in 5
actually
minutes,
flight right now going on, which we could maybe bring them over. It's called the Hollywood flight because so many people from Hollywood, actors and famous people, own tequila brands. So we're featuring Mark Wahlberg's tequila, Eva Longoria's tequila,
Clooney,
The Rock has a
The Rock
choice.
and The Rock's tequila. So it's called the Hollywood flight.
Nice.
Okay.
We're going to give you a
And
shot of every tequila from Hollywood.
Casamigos is still part
George
of it.
Clooney.
Yeah, he's
He's
still
sold,
connected.
but he's still
He's connected.
connected. Yeah.
What's,
Sold only for $1 billion.
Yeah, only for $1
what
billion.
sparked this evolution, though, with tequila? I mean, tequila was always kind of, sort of an outsider
Kind
sort
of the
drink.
outlier, right? It's kind of the,
It was like, you're drinking tequila, okay, you just want to get drunk.
Well,
but what happened? How did this evolve to what it is
I
today?
think a couple things happened. I've been in the bar and restaurant business my whole life. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, everybody was into the vodkas, was calling out vodkas. Vodka soda.
Yep.
And now nobody even calls out vodka. They all like name brands now.
Right.
Yes.
I think as the consumer just evolved, then it was the bourbons. And then this tequila phase, maybe about 6-7 years ago, it really took fire. It's been going on behind the scenes, but it mainstream.
Patron became like this thing.
And the celebrities, when Patron and the celebrities got behind the brands, it really, the stigma of those tequilas. They got the sipping tequilas, and also it's the lowest calorie. I know we're all trying to diet here. We talk about diets and fasting, and it's the lowest glycemic index. It's the lowest calorie tequila, and it's the one that it's not a downer. It's the only alcohol that's an upper.
Right. It's absolutely true. And I'm kind of revisiting my reluctance to imbibe in tequilas and the
he got drunk
Next
at 14.
show, I'm going to give you a nice
drinking
next
some
time we do it. Yeah,
the mezcals and the tequilas.
Reposados.
mezcal's like drinking an ashtray. It's got that smoky. It's got that
smoke.
smoky.
Okay, well, I'm a single malt Scotch drinker, so that's probably
David.
what appealed to me sometimes.
David.
But it's one of those things where now I have
Let's
been.
bring a nice bottle of mezcal over and 4 shot glasses.
I've been
nice bottle of mezcal over, just so we can
This is what I
smell
need
it.
right after.
No, we're just going to smell. We're just going to sip it and just to get weak the bet.
And again, it is become like just in the same way that you have these whiskeys and bourbons, the Kentucky bourbons have become very high end, and the same thing that's happened with the tequila. And I guess
I'd probably say the highest end spirits on the market right now, besides the scotches, there's tequilas now that we carry that are $2,000 and $4,000 a bottle.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, we have at least 50 tequilas that are over 500, over 300. We're doing $100, $200 a shot.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Does
And,
that
you know,
come
and-
with a friction dance? Or
Yeah,
No?
that comes with a little slap of the taquito here. But it's and you know what's funny is you think that people wouldn't buy them, and it's even the younger.
Yep. Oh no, they're
I
into
say
it.
They're into it because right now everything is quality over quantity
Oh,
right
yeah.
now, and that's with their
Yeah.
food and even the consumer. They don't mind paying for it as long as you give them quality.
That's what
So-
we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
Is people worrying about prices until you get to a certain level of food, right? Because you
Yes.
know what you're looking for. You just want to walk away
The
satisfied.
consumer's just evolving right now with either like this beautiful website, Let's Eat South Florida, that Mike created here, which has opened up the
145,000 we just
it's
hit.
wild, and it's listen, the good, the bad, and the ugly, but it's opened the eyes to people that wouldn't know about these things or different types of cuisine or ingredients, and then the Food Network and a lot of things right now is food, and TikTok and
It's
Instagram.
huge with that.
So, like, listen, right now, you're only relevant, or you can only be new with it for about 30 seconds, and then somebody's going to copy
Right.
it, right? But that's okay. But it's just so much access to so many new things, and every
No,
day.
and what I like about the Facebook group, it's shared knowledge as opposed to Yelp, which you don't
You're
have
just
to just
bitching and
comment
moaning,
about
yelling.
Yeah.
where you have some people who don't have any idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They'll put up a review that is not based in any kind of facts
That's
or
right, it's a keto
reality
here.
or the culture of the food they're writing
Yeah.
about. And then the only person that can respond is the owner, and then they have to come off maybe sometimes looking like a jerk defending
Offensive, yeah.
themselves.
No response is
Wh-
the best response.
Yeah, whereas, but it allows all this misinformation and just
Sure.
bad facts to reside, Yelp, as
It's
opposed
wild.
to the Facebook group. We have
Oh,
a
it's
comment
wild.
thread where we can kind of learn and engage and teach everybody about, I didn't realize that tequila was, had evolved to the point where there's all these really high-end luxury brands and that it's the only alcohol that doesn't put you down. It's actually
listen,
a stimulant. It's
stimulant,
not a
yeah.
depressant.
Oh, yeah.
And these are the things that, I can butt in quite often and set
I love
the record
not
straight.
to be controversial, but the time limits or splitting the checks. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
love all this stuff or this service.
As a
We do not put any
restaurateur,
service or
Okay, what
gratuity
do you do
or
with-
external charges.
with
We're against
comments?
all that. We've
Would you-
never done it. We don't do it.
We do sports, and a lot of times fans can get in the heads of owners, whether they should or shouldn't. What do you've been around a long time, so you know what you're doing, but what do you do with customer feedback? How
Nothing. Nothing.
It's
That's
smart,
not
man.
So we have a rule of three.
Yeah.
My rule of three is operate is because I'm in the operations, the operator. I came to your restaurant, the service sucked. I'm never going back. We don't listen to that. We came to your restaurant, the food was salty, it was no good. What's that? And now if I hear something is chicken parmesan was salty, let's say I use this example, and I see from 3 different people say the same thing,
Okay.
or if I hear it on the floor, then I see it in a review and I see it. So when I see something 3 times,
okay.
that is when we really dive in and say, okay, listen, I heard it 3 times.
Oh my
Let's
God.
take a look at it.
Oh,
and
jeez.
mezcal, correct? Mezcal. Yeah, beautiful.
This is a
beautiful.
smell.
Let's
is
bring it
what
over
I
here.
was-
Let's
go light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
we're
do
just
you
gonna
got here?
smell
What do
it.
you got
Smell.
here? This is insane.
So that's the rule of 3, and that's how we do it. But listen, we love customer feedback.
Yeah,
and how do you know what's going on with your business if you don't talk to your customers? The customer is the most important thing. I work
Well,
for the customer.
I
That's
think
what I'm here
you
for.
mentioned something to me a long time ago. Is you don't pay attention to your reviews.
You watch your
necessarily.
registers.
You watch the register. You watch the receipts. What's the numbers say? And the numbers usually don't lie. If
Listen, if
people
you're
like it-
busy, Mike, if
Yeah.
you're busy and your customers continue to enjoy it, and you do 500 people a night, and there's a 30-day wait to get into the restaurant, we don't care how loud it is, right?
Yeah,
That's the way. That's the concept, and it's busy.
Yeah.
Though 5 or 6 people, that concept's just not for them, right? Not every concept's going to be for everybody. We have some people that come in here looking for Dollar Street tacos. There's some people that want to compare us to a taco truck, a 441, where Abuela is making the tacos. That's different, and those
Okay,
tacos
yeah.
are supposed to be $1. That's just not
Yeah.
what we do.
So we've got this Senorio mezcal.
Yeah, Senorio. This is going to be a
Reposado.
mezcal. So just like a lot of people don't know, it's a nice mezcal right here. I have no affiliation, but I've actually never tried this one, so it's maybe a first time.
Okay, and again, the difference between tequila and mezcal is a
Mezcal,
smokiness
yeah,
or the
mezcal,
plant.
mezcal, still from a guy, but it's under the ground, cooked in these clay pots. They're going to have this really smoky taste. You're going to smell it right off the bat. And I guess what I'm seeing is this is reposado. So this mezcal, there's aged mezcals now, which was mezcals were blancos. They have reposados and higher end ones too.
Nice.
So when I see this reposado, means it's going to be up on the upper end. It's going to be better than a regular one.
Okay, kind of like a Reserva when you were talking about a
Yeah.
wine.
And it's probably going to be not as smoky as a regular Blanco. Just a little
dash,
taste
yeah.
here.
That's the post New Orleans.
So if
hangover
my wife asked me why the beverage costs are off this month, it's probably because I'm free pouring this stuff.
yeah, just
Gotta
blame it on
distribute
Mayo.
the
And
oranges,
you need
Lubie,
the orange
Yeah.
is supposed to kind of use it.
In Mexico, they
Anything with
serve
an
just a little orange. I like to I like a little after. I like to suck a little orange after I take a little sip. We're not going to do shoot. So I'm
you
not going
gotta
to do
suck on something.
Yeah,
after
but
you
this
do
is not a shot. Like you're not going to do a
This
shooter.
is
Like
sipping.
yeah, you sip it. You sip it, and
Well, I'm gonna say salute.
let's take a
There
nice
you
little
go.
sip of it.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go for it.
Salute,
Salute.
and you can say 100 años instead of centani.
Happy Taco Tuesday. Let's go.
That's it. Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
that's smooth. I don't even need the
I
orange.
am so weird about shots, let
Yeah.
alone just drinking things even smoothly.
David,
I'm down with this.
That was very nice.
Oh, this has turned into now a mezcal and tequila.
It's a whole new Mayo. Yeah.
No, but
It's a whole new Mayo.
that's very interesting because usually you make a face. This is actually when they say it's smooth.
That's
I always
about
think
as
they're full
smooth
of
as you
it.
could get. Yeah. For
This is
tequila.
very smooth.
Wow.
I don't even need the orange. It just
No,
seems
I
like
didn't
the
touch
thing
the
to do.
orange.
But
This is very nice.
Wow.
nice job.
not the repo.
And-
legal mezcal.
See, I think that's a cool idea to do the flights so you can
Or the
taste
burrito fiesta.
different kinds. Because people like me, I assume it all tastes the same. It's all the same.
That's fine.
And what Mark's saying, and he's right, they don't all taste the same.
I
They
think
aren't
Mark-
all the same.
Yeah, Mark,
This is very nice. Like I would never think
A whole
that at
different
all.
this is
thing,
beautiful. Okay, I hereby renounce any kind of malevolent things that I've said about tequilas.
Yeah, something like this. I think the
anything.
Senor. I think something like this is probably gonna be $25 a shot, something like
Ooh,
that.
yeah, but this is
$20,
nice, though,
$25
and you
shot.
can-
Yeah, this is smooth. This
No,
is
you
that
can
difference
You
of
can
that
sip it if
smooth.
you want. Like
So you know what?
I think they're like cognacs and
when-
scotches,
when
and that's
I-
the same feel.
when I sip the ultra premium spirits, like you said, the
Yeah.
cognac, the Armagnacs, the whiskeys, the single malts,
Yeah.
the the Kentucky bourbons, all of them have something in common. When you take a sip, it goes down really smooth,
Sure.
and then it makes my nipples hard.
Yeah, right. Little hair poke
So
out.
we
Yeah,
don't, we
as
don't want
they say.
to
pop you out.
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
That's when
As
I
they
know I'm drinking the good stuff.
That's
So
it. That's
thank
it.
you for
That's
making
it.
my
You're
nipples
welcome.
hard,
You're
Mark.
welcome. Yeah, this
Hey,
is nice.
This
Yeah,
is
very
more
nice.
than nice.
This is
It's
actually very
beautiful.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
this is nice.
this gesture makes me cry. The fact that we could come here, eat all your beautiful food, drink
That's
all your
it.
finest spirits, and still, at the end of the day, be able to walk out of here and sing the praises to all the people on the Let's Eat group, as
Oh
well
yeah.
as
Oh yeah.
South Florida Live. I can't thank you enough, but I didn't get to the contest
Yeah,
yet.
there's
Yeah,
no-
let's,
there's
we're
no-
gonna go
we're
take
going
a
off
break.
track.
We're gonna have some more food. But let me just wrap up this contest. What we
So
do
only
is
5 horses ran.
every week we
Ooh,
have
They're saying
people
4 of 9
pick
scratched.
the horse of the feature race at Gulfstream on Saturday. This past week, it was obviously a big one, the Fountain of Youth Stakes, the stepping stone to the Florida Derby, and the Triple Crown Trail. Ended up being 4 scratches in the race, including one of Todd Pletcher's favorites, the Speakeasy #1, dumped his rider, Irad Ortiz, and got scratched.
I love Arad. Anytime I see him, I bet on him. I like him. I like
He
him.
was
One of my
supposed to be
guys.
a real contender. Instead, he gets scratched like 2 minutes before post time. Ended up being the 4th and final scratch. So there was only a 5-horse field, and a horse named Dornock was the heavy favorite, 1 to 5. He whistled. So basically, everybody who entered the contest basically went to the tiebreaker. Everybody also, most people got the restaurant, which was Mishi's restaurant, Michelle Bernstein's
that's
restaurant.
delicious. Yeah.
Did you ever go there
Oh,
back
bag
in the
of
day?
fried chicken. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, a
the
lot of
fried
good
chicken.
stuff. Come on. Obscure location off there, off 78?
It was
88 or
very
something?
good,
Yeah.
right on Biscayne
Yeah, I
Boulevard
used to
in the
live not
Nemo
far from-
neighborhood back when it wasn't so gentrified. It was
Yep.
a little bit
Pioneer of that neighborhood.
Michelle Bernstein, after making her mark at Azul and ultra fine dining, and then kind of kicked it into the same great quality food, but much more comfortable, kind of
Sure.
less upscale, not less upscale setting, but it was, what's the word? Just not as, you didn't have to get all dressed up and stuff.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
very comfort.
I like that fine casual. It was
Fine
still upscale
casual. Yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah.
no table cost, but you're still going to get super high
Yeah.
quality, but
so
chill.
that was our restaurant answer of the week. Every week we give the trivia questions, and then it came down to the Nuggets Lakers Saturday night game,
Oh.
and only one
Nuggets
person
cover?
had the exact margin, Nuggets by 10.
Oh yeah, wow.
And it's a guy named Paul. He's a relatively new contest player. He's only been doing it this year. I don't even know his last name, but Paul with a email handle that includes the word bamboo in it. So I'm going to call you Paul Bamboo with a 786 area code. Congratulations.
Oh, he won.
He the winner. He had
and he had the
Mishi's,
horse.
he ended up, everybody who had scratch horses gets the post-time favorite. The post-time favorite one, that was number 5, Dornock.
Nice.
And Nuggets by 10. He had, some people had Nuggets by 8. Some people had Nuggets by 7. He was the only one that had Nuggets by 10. It was 124, 114, Nuggets over the Lakers. So you are the winner.
Wow.
You and a guest get to go to the Sunday
Nice.
brunch buffet at Gulfstream Park on a Sunday of your
Paul.
choosing. And again, that buffet is an all-day affair because it coincides with the races. No 2-hour time limit. You can linger all you want. And it includes one mimosa. Tax and gratuity is included in the package, thanks to the generosity of the folks at Gulfstream Park and Joe Beja. We thank him. So congratulations,
Thanks,
Paul. We're going to do it again this Friday at Gulfstream. We're there every Friday. And we're here now at Tacocraft every first Tuesday of the month.
First
So-
Tuesday of every
Nice.
month. We 1 week we may take a road trip. I don't know
Okay.
yet. I got some
Lot of
surprises for you. I got some surprises for you.
If you have
we may,
spirits
we
like
may go
this
slam
flowing,
some pizzas at Pizza Craft.
you
I'm,
know
I'm
what?
experimenting with some new stuff.
Nice.
So
You could twist my arm.
Yeah.
He's a big pizza guy.
I'm always
Yeah.
open to a audible.
Yeah.
But if you come pouring spirits like this, I will
Well,
follow
after
you
the
to
break or before the
ends,
break?
or
We going
we're gonna
to break?
Let's do the next one after the break.
After the
Yes.
break.
And,
All right, let's do it.
again, we're at Tacocraft. It is the Lunchbox, and we'll be back after these words. It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me. I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices, served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. You're looking for an exquisite sushi experience? Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch on weekends. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Tacocraft Taqueria and Tequila Bar, the place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Tacocraft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new burrito tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-face smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox at Tacocraft with Mark Falsetto.
Happy
with
Taco
Jeff
Tuesday.
Defo DeForest, Mike Lubie Lubitz on the production board. We're on Facebook. Facebook looks to be back,
we're good.
so that's
Back
good.
up and running, yeah.
And just want to give a rundown the rest of the week. We're going to be on the road every day. Tomorrow, we're going to be welcoming our newest sponsor, Hui Lamb and Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill.
From here.
I like Kaizen. You introduced me to Kaizen.
Yeah,
Kaizen's really nice.
I've been touting it for a long time.
He's a fan of Tacocraft. He comes
Oh,
on.
yeah, he's a big fan.
He's a great guy. He
Just a
likes
little
to
taste.
support local
Well,
restaurants
much like
and
you, exactly. He
businesses.
likes to get out and about.
And he, he's on the line there, cutting the sushi and working most every day, but he still gets out and about and is able to kind of sample some other places. So very much looking forward to greeting him officially to the Lunchbox sponsorship family tomorrow. And then we will be on Thursday at our friend Brian Wicked Cheesesteaks,
Yes,
pizzas,
Wicked
and
Cheesesteaks.
more.
That's another good
Also
spot.
on Commercial
Yeah, it's
Boulevard.
not far. All these
He
places.
does great lobster rolls too because he's from Maine. His wife is from the Philly area. That's why it's wicked good.
Oh, yeah.
Wicked
Oh, yeah,
cheesesteaks, wicked lobster rolls. Friday we'll be back as usual, Gulfstream Park, 10 Palms. But for now, we are getting bombarded with great flavors and sips. We did the mezcal, the high-end Señoria.
Yeah, that's a reposado,
Reposado.
an aged mezcal. So
Now we've
this
got-
is another mezcal illegal. Okay,
It should be
It's
illegal,
It
right?
should be illegal. The way it
Yeah.
happens to you after you drink it, but illegal is a very popular, again, on the second tier up, not your entry level.
Okay.
But this is a blanco. This is not a reposado. So this is a straight. I want you to taste this unaged. See this unaged?
Unaged, okay.
So this hasn't been aged. The reposado's aged up to a year.
Okay.
So
the
let's
difference-
see the difference in color. One's going to be amber, one's blanco.
Oh, the smell is
And that's the same with tequila.
It's a
So
very
this one
different
has
smell.
a little bit. Well, I'll taste it.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see.
it.
Would you
Yeah,
say
very
it's
different.
smokier or a
I
little
don't know.
bit
We're going
more?
to find out. This is
We'll
going to be right from the still, not aged.
Okay.
Here we go, kids.
Much smokier. This is
Yes,
much
very,
smokier.
much
very
smokier.
different
Very
flavor.
different in flavor.
That
That is
one-
like almost eating a, like I said, licking an
Yeah,
ashtray.
it's
No.
Okay. The other one
That's
did
right off the
things-
Colombian vine.
Yeah, right,
exactly.
The other things about where made things tingle. This one puts hair on your
This
chest.
is a
Oh,
very
wow.
different
but
flavor.
it's a different flavor profile. But
Was that
it's still-
supposed to burn like fire?
I was just
Because that
gonna
was
say,
interesting, yeah.
It didn't hit me
No,
like
I'm just
it didn't hit me
Yeah.
like fire, but it definitely hit me.
It has a different
it's más
taste.
fuerzo,
So,
a little bit stronger.
Sipping the mezcals, a lot of people very popular to do it mezcal margarita and mezcal cocktails. So you're in Miami, you're in any high-end cocktail bar, they're doing mezcal cocktails now. Very popular.
Nice.
With a little smoke and the sweet, it's got that different dynamic to it.
So speaking of smoke, this has
Yeah.
come to the portion of the show where I have
All
to
right.
rag on my man Defo here. I know he rags on me enough for my like of Skyline Chili. Have you ever been to Skyline
Of
Chili?
course, I grew up in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah,
Do you like it? Do you like chili spaghetti?
I'm gonna
You
be
don't
honest.
have
I'm
to
gonna
be
be
honest.
honest.
You don't have to be
Be
honest.
honest
here.
with-
I'm gonna be honest with
We're
you.
very honest about it.
No,
Okay.
in a nutshell.
It sucks.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
telling
it's
you.
the worst
I'm
concept
gonna tell
ever.
you. Yeah.
You're a
it's-
concept guy.
Okay.
Listen,
Look what you've done.
it's
Yeah,
very underwhelming.
Yeah.
But again,
It's
one of our most popular burgers at Rock Burger, and Gordon Ramsay's choice of burger that he ordered was the burger with the chili and cheddar and jalapenos on it.
okay.
So I call the Skyline chili version
Oh,
of
you
a
do?
burger.
See, so
Yeah,
Skyline isn't really classic chili. It's really Greek meat spaghetti sauce.
Okay.
It's like
Bolognese.
it's a Greek bolognese. They put it over spaghetti. They put it with the shredded cheddar cheese. It has some cinnamon and nutmeg in it, some offbeat flavor profiles. But the consistency of it is very finely minced meat over the spaghetti. And as Defo has said, excuse my French, it looks like dog vomit or dog diarrhea.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
It's not chili's. The
Well,
only
you just
problem.
don't hold back. Huh?
I
No,
love
I
the
mean,
stuff, okay? But
Of course he loves it.
he's been touting me that anytime, like I go to New Orleans,
You have
he
to
said,
go get a lucky dog.
Get a lucky dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go to get a lucky dog.
But he goes to the
Like a
airport.
chili cheese dog.
He goes to the airport.
Look, whether it's a casino or
Yeah.
it's the airport, it's the same dog.
It's not the same.
chili. It's
No.
it's not the same. First of all, they totally redid the airport. Do you realize it's
The
completely
airport
new building?
New
was
Orleans?
like
In New Orleans.
it was one of
And
the
they-
great airports to go to years ago because it was very convenient. You didn't have to mess with anything.
Still
Now
is.
it's a disaster.
It's not a disaster. I completely disagree.
How's the food and
They
beverage
have really
offerings in
good
there?
food and beverage options, really good shopping.
Maybe
and it was
that.
very easy to get in and out.
Security
So-
was bad when I was going.
Okay,
to there.
well,
Yeah.
all I know is they've totally demolished the old airport across the street. They rebuilt and opened this one in the years since I've been there last 5
it
years
looks
ago.
nicer, no doubt.
It's a very nice airport. Nice food and beverage. They have 2 lucky dog spots. I ordered a lucky dog, and they have the jumbo lucky dog. The topping options are chili, cheese, but it's like the cheese whiz kind of.
Oh, wait,
thing.
okay.
Really? That's
And
interesting.
jalapenos. Now we just did chili cheese, and it's a kind of over a thicker kind of a knockwurst dog. The dog itself, it reminds me of mezcal. It was smoky, kind of a pork-based dog, and had no snap at all. It
I was
was
going to
kind
say
of
no snap.
no snap. It was like a
that's-
soft dog, and the
Yeah.
bun is very soft and
They wonder if
mushy,
they're
which
boiling
is
it. If they're
what
boiling it.
Defo
or-
likes. Yeah, I guess it's a boiled
yeah.
dog. No, it was on a steamer. It was like a steam.
Okay.
Okay, so again, I don't mind that kind of ballpark Frank, soft and smoky.
Yeah.
But they ladle on this chili and they put this like cheese whiz
Cheese whiz
sauce
is a weird
on it,
move, yeah.
and the chili looked even worse than Skyline chili.
Oh,
So
There's no chance.
it was
No.
dog diarrhea on a dog, and the chili had absolutely no flavor.
and what's your take? You can't compare
Well,
the two.
here's his problem. Okay, Mr. Critic, he doesn't really know how to differentiate things and understand it. Number one, the Lucky Dog is a classic there. It's there are testimonials by artists. Everybody has pictures of the Lucky Dog cart, and it's a staple of New Orleans. Now,
But sometimes the nostalgia skews
Here's the
your
thing.
and the
two
alcohol.
words
Yeah,
apply.
okay.
2 words apply: time and circumstance. All right. It depends when you have a lucky dog and what the circumstances are under which you have a lucky dog.
Sure.
If you're stoned out of your mind, drunk as absolute,
At a slot machine, and it's 2
at
in
a
the
slot
morning.
machine, 3 a.m, and a wife comes over
Well,
and
you're
goes,
supposed to be in that
"You want a
condition,
bite of a lucky dog? You absolutely want
I
a
want
bite of a
to,
lucky
yeah.
dog.
I want
Yeah,
to,
Can
yeah.
you give me another one?
Yeah, exactly.
If you're at the airport on your way out of town after eating 16 full meals,
Yeah.
it probably
It's a
pales in
letdown.
comparison to the whatever it is that you had the rest of the time.
That's probably
I would
true. It's
agree.
probably a massive letdown.
Well, here's the thing. It wasn't the only bite I had at the airport because we were flying out about dinner time and the flight was a little delayed. So even though we had one of our fruit gourmet, actually, it was a very good lunch at a place called Cochon Butcher Shop. Not fancy at all. It's a butcher
I've
shop, but
seen
they have
that.
all these
Yep.
cured and smoked meats in house. We had a deer sausage, duck pastrami, a kind of
And how are they serving those, Mike?
Duck
There's a
pastrami.
place like that in Chicago called the Publican,
yeah.
which is interesting. Where
They do it on a platter.
just
yeah.
platter stuff.
You could,
So
well,
it's not like a
they
sandwich.
they have sandwiches. They have a full menu board. They had a daily special.
Are they
which was
served with like
fried-
grain mustards or
yeah,
different things?
absolutely, with grain mustards and different little pickles,
Yeah,
house-made
yeah, yeah.
pickles. I mean, fantastic. And you could do sandwiches. They had their own version of a upscale a muffaletta
Yeah.
that was made with.
But you don't
also-
go from there and get a lucky dog at the airport.
But
you just
hold on, Defo. Not only do we have the lucky dog at the airport, and we
I
took
know you went out and ate after that.
we each took a bite of the lucky dog.
You threw out the
grilling
lucky
to each
dog?
other.
Man.
We threw
I
out
take the
half of it.
mezcal away from him. He's getting all fired up.
And then we went further down, 2 restaurants down. There's a place called Leah's Place. Leah stands for Leah Chase. Dookie Chase is a famous
Yep.
family-run restaurant. Leah was the matriarch who's, just kind of in the pantheon of New Orleans' great culinary giants. So they made the Chase family made a restaurant at the airport called Leah's Place. I was blown away by how good it was. We got a blackened shrimp remoulade salad with fried green tomatoes.
Oh, wow.
We
Wow.
ate that after the Lucky Dog.
That's
we ate
nice.
that after all these fruit meals, and we said, "Wow, that's
was good,
really
yeah.
good." So,
All right, so the lucky dog lost out there.
It's
But
like-
like I said, it's time and circumstance with
Yeah,
the
it's
dog.
a late night,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean,
And
You're on the
it's a hot
streets, you're
dog.
drunk out of your mind, you've had 4 hurricanes.
I could say the same thing about Skyline Chili. The best time to
No,
go
you
in
can't
there,
say the same thing about Skyline.
Sunday when you're really hungover, you get yourself a wet
Mark,
Not to
Mark,
be naive, the one
set
that used to
him
go was
straight.
here on Federal. It's
That's
gone,
gone.
now.
There's
That
one
is-
Where's the
up
other
in
location?
Sunrise.
wait,
And you know what? It
University
became an oil change place. A
20
quickie oil change. Very
kept the
appropriate.
Yeah,
They
very
didn't even have to replace any of the machinery. I mean, that was unbelievable.
The lone remaining one in Southeast
25th and
Florida
University.
is University in Sunrise, just above Sunset Strip, just
Yes.
below Commercial Boulevard. Tony Doyle and his wife Jennifer, the nicest couple
great.
in the world.
Very nice people.
They are very nice people.
Yeah, they're
They do a
great.
great job. It is great value because you can get stuff there.
And I want to eat again for a
$10. You
day.
get those Coney dogs.
That's amazing.
The Coney dogs remind me of the Lucky Dogs, except they're shorter, but they're also kind of that smoky pork and kind of steamed, so they're softer, no snap, that kind of more
So
of a Midwestern.
the long
dog.
short is you were a little let down by this hot dog.
Well, he built it up to be like the second coming of Nathan.
And I don't want to be
I
controversial or go off topic.
It's a New Orleans staple.
Okay.
Can I
Trust
be
me.
controversial?
Absolutely.
And I don't want to go off
No,
topic.
we go
here.
at it all the time.
So, my corporate chef and I, my partners, we'll travel around to, always go on these big, elaborate food trips, trying
Yes.
all the best to get ideas, right?
let's go to New Orleans, and I'll show you.
Oh, we should get you to New Orleans.
We're going to try it.
Okay.
But every time we go to a city and try that regional item that they're known for, everybody's hyped it up so much,
Yep.
and it ends up not being
Let
the
down.
thing that we
Well,
let down.
The regional classic in New Orleans is not a Lucky Dog. I got
Okay,
news
okay,
for you.
No, the grilled
It's
oysters.
grilled
It's-
oysters,
Or the
up there.
beignets.
red beans
I
and
would say the
rice.
But let
beignets.
me finish. But there's always a local guy, a chef-driven guy that's doing it like one step.
Beyond.
Beyond.
Yes.
So it's like when we went to Philly. We went on a sandwich tour, by the way. You would love this trip.
Oh,
We
that's
went
amazing.
on 6-7 different cities, tried all the different sandwiches, and that's why we brought them back to Henry's and we recreated them, elevated them.
Mhm.
Nice.
Great trip, 20 pounds, 5 days. It was great. But when we went to Philly, every time about Joe and Pat, all these things, and we got there and we said, this is not what we expected.
Yeah.
But then we went to this place, I forget the name, that Steve Monterano sent me
Yep.
in South Philly.
Not Tony Luke's or something.
No, there was
else.
Sarcone's Bakery.
Oh, okay.
But down the street, there was a guy that was like a corporate chef from Capitol Grill, had opened up, him and his wife, a boutique, doing the Philly cheesesteak with Wagyu and a local roll. And
Oh,
It was
okay.
just the wildest thing. So we kept going to all these. More of the story is I always let down when people hype it up so
Yep.
much.
Right.
We see that a lot on I see South
Well,
Florida. It's
New
not like this
Orleans-
pizza,
yes.
not like that pizza.
New Orleans is one of those food towns where
Oh,
if you know where you're going, the red beans and rice, the jambalaya,
The
the grilled
beignets.
oysters, the beignets, the oyster loaf, which is like an oyster po' boy.
Yep, yep.
The
on
po'
bread,
boys are
fried
freaking
oysters
amazing. Po'
with the
boys.
little remoulade sauce. All
And
these
touffees
things. It
and-
takes real talent to find a bad one.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's hard to
And-
find not good food in New
Not
Orleans.
good.
And
Yeah.
again, the Lucky Dog itself, I didn't mind the
It's a hot
actual
dog. What are you
wiener.
gonna
The
do?
hot-
Time
it's a
and
hot dog.
circumstance, my friend.
Okay.
Time and circumstance.
Hey, speaking of time and circumstance, it is time to take our next break. But first, I got to put in the good words about our friends at Tropical Acres Steakhouse, the Studiali family celebrating their 75th anniversary
Oh,
next month of
Wow.
Tropical Acres.
Unbelievable,
75
huh?
years. It means they're doing something right. Might not be everybody's style, but it's the place for me.
Yeah, we love it.
Because if you like quality, great value, and of course impeccable hospitality, that is the place for you. They're open every day but Sunday. Tonight is half price wine night.
Yep.
So
Oh,
you can
wow.
go in there.
Is there a cap on that?
They
Anything?
do have some of their higher end bottles. They only take $20 off instead of the full half price. But there's a lot
That's
of good
great.
bottles
Oh,
out
yeah.
there. Where, and not only that, you go in at happy hour in the
Yep.
bar, 4:30 to 6:30, half price on everything in the joint.
Wow.
I get my Belvedere martinis for $8 there during happy hour. You
Come
can't
on.
beat that deal. And then you go in and get your prime
And he
rib.
wonders why he's going off track.
Yeah, exactly.
The prime rib, that's my favorite. We were in there.
I hear
a
about their
couple weeks ago.
fillet. I heard they have
Filet
a great
is
fillet.
very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
The prime
Prime
rib
rib's
is their house
fantastic.
specialty. And believe it or not, we're coming up soon. It's going to be summertime where the Twin Lobster Special is going to come back right after Mother's Day. But
Nice.
we're not quite there yet. It's almost Easter time, and that's one of the rare Sundays they are open. Make your Easter Sunday reservations now by calling them 954-989-2500, 989-2500. Book your Easter Sunday reservation now at Tropical Acres. It's a family tradition, 2500 Griffin Road, just west of the airport, 95. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
You know it's great. I know now why you're packed all the time.
Yeah.
Because I always blow by the Lauderdale by the Sea. I live in Lauderdale by the Sea, and I always blow by that restaurant, always packed. And you're like, wow, what's going on there? Sensational array of, a variety of
Very
tastes here.
diverse. A lot of fusion. a
Really,
lot of,
really good. Yeah, I'm a big Mexican
But you make great
food fan.
tacos too. That's what's
Yeah.
cool about it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, absolutely great.
The
Great
name
You got to
is
be
tacos.
different, right? So
All right,
great
let's take
food,
our-
great energy, great music.
great vibe.
It's a good spot, and we're happy to have him
Great
as part of the
mezcals.
Lunchbox family also. Let's take our next break, and we'll be back
All right.
to wrap up this edition with Mark Falsetto at Tacocraft. Mayo here for Prezzo Italian Restaurants. 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to eatprezzo.com. Comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. Hey, it's Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food and a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. We are digging in. Mark had to run. You know how it works.
You did a nice job there. You just like shoved that chair off the set.
Yeah, no, and you can slide over a little.
A violent Mayo. No, I'm okay.
Falsetto made a critical error in judgment. He left these high-end
alcohol. Oh my
bottles
God,
of
yeah.
Senorio.
So, you know, I would not be inclined ever to think about sipping tequila.
Nah.
You?
This is mezcal. It's a little bit of a different animal,
Yeah.
and I tell you what, this one, which is the I guess he says it's the unaged one, little bit on the more rustic
it was a
side,
stronger flavor
profile. This one rivals the finest Scotch
very
whiskeys
nice. I really
and
enjoyed
bourbons. I could sip
that was smooth.
all
Yeah,
day.
that was very smooth.
That Senorio. But I'm going to be well behaved and not start pouring it freely. I'm going to be just kind of.
You got to pour yourself a half a glass. I mean,
Now,
there you go.
We do. I guess want to just get into a little bit of wrap up of. Yes, I love New Orleans. You love New Orleans.
I love
It
it.
seems like for
Love
different
New Orleans.
reasons.
no, not really. I mean,
Well,
you didn't do any gambling while you were there, which is kind of odd.
Well, let me just give my little take because you said, "Oh, there's not much to do in New Orleans." And,
if you're going to give me this World War II museum, you got to be kidding me.
No, I'm going to
enjoy
give
it.
you a list of things that we did and
Okay, what'd
didn't
you
do
do?
when we were in New Orleans. Because I think, first of all, we pretty much checked almost all the boxes. We had a lovely time, not just eating and drinking. And I'll spare everybody the indignity of the list of every restaurant.
How many times had Val been? I know you've been there a bunch of times. How many times has she been in New Orleans?
I think it was like only a third or fourth
Okay.
time.
All
And
right.
some other times she just was kind of passing through.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
never really
that's what I'm
spent
saying.
any quality time. So here's what we did. We took really nice walks through the French Quarter on a Saturday morning before
Nice. Yeah,
it
before
was
it's ham,
when
yeah.
it was cleaned up and the only smell was the cleaning solutions and not all the other bodily fluids that you
Right,
sometimes smell. We walked through City Park, which is on the north side, that is close to Lake Pontchartrain on the north side of New Orleans.
All right.
We took a walk through Audubon Park after we took a streetcar ride down the St. Charles
nice.
streetcar. We took a walk through the Garden District and the lower Garden District, so we took several beautiful walks. We went to music 2 nights in a row. We saw
Where'd
live
you go?
music and bands. First, after dinner at
You go down to Frenchman's?
great Frank Brightson's restaurant, which is good friend of Joe Cassell, and he said hi, and we got to meet and talk with Frank. After that, 4-block walk up north to the Maple Leaf Bar.
Oh, the bar is great. Yeah,
Maple Leaf, live music on a
Were
Saturday
they
night.
New Orleans Suspects playing there?
And I don't know who the house. It was just it wasn't a well-known band. It was like a house band that.
They got
night.
a couple of guys that are regulars there. New Orleans Suspects, a brilliant band. If you ever get to see them anywhere, fantastic. Played a Leaf a lot, and George Porter's always there, a bass player.
George Porto is going to be playing next weekend. He's also going to be up in Brooklyn when I'm in New York in a couple of weeks playing a benefit gig. I love George
There's
Porter.
a weird place there too for concerts called the Rock and Bowl.
Yeah.
Which,
We
if you ever
drove
see one,
past
and
it.
of course Tipitino's is a classic.
Rock and Bowl. We took a Uber ride one day to a restaurant.
Rock and Bowl has some good bands there.
But
yeah.
we went on Sunday night to Patina's. We went to
Tipitina's
because
is
they
great,
had
yeah.
a really nice band. John Cleary,
Clary's
piano
a
player.
classic. Yeah,
and the All Stars, and they put on a really nice Sunday
he's
night.
one of
gig.
Al Poliak's favorite musicians.
Yep.
And your boy Joe Cassell loves John Cleary.
Yep. And we had
And he's a New Orleans guy.
we danced up a storm. So we had
You were
walks,
dancing?
music.
How about
Food.
Lubie? You
Remember
got
you
some
had-
moves. How about Mayo dancing?
And we
proud of
went
him.
to the World War II Museum, which you poo-pooed. And let me get some.
You know,
Shirley and I actually
went
really
through
enjoyed
it.
it,
It was
I'm
all
not gonna
right.
lie.
I mean, please. It
Here,
was
let me
like
give
killing
you-
an hour.
But I think they've grown it out.
Here's
in
the
that
quick
series.
primer on the work. It started off as the D-Day Museum, only focusing on D-Day, June 6, 1944, when the Allied troops made their massive invasion at huge cost on the shores of Normandy. Do you know why
I'm
that?
glad you read the brochure, Mayo. Anyway, I mean, at least you got something out
I'm
of
going
it.
to give you a quiz. I'm not even
Yeah.
going to ask you the question because you
Yeah.
won't know. The
Yeah.
reason why the D-Day Museum started in New Orleans
Yeah.
and why it has now sprouted into the full-fledged official World War II museum,
Okay.
it's grown. They've basically added
was
on
big when I
buildings.
went.
It's a whole city, 2 city blocks with 4 buildings. You could spend days in there. But the reason why it's located there, because the man who developed the landing carrier that is able to go from boats right onto the beaches, that was able to deposit all those troops,
On to
I
Normandy.
think that carried up to 40 people at a time, as opposed to just waiting ashore. Those landing craft carriers were built and assembled in New Orleans, and the guy who developed that boat was based in New Orleans. He didn't grow up in New Orleans, so
All
that's
right.
why that museum is in New Orleans. All right,
I was
So
trying to
we-
figure out what that had to do with anything. No,
D-Day Museum turned
Hey,
into the
I mean,
World War
look,
II
the tour's
Museum
okay,
because
Mayo.
that,
I mean, let's not get carried away. It was
that
all right.
craft was credited with turning the whole war around. If we didn't land on the shores of Normandy, we'd all be speaking German now. Me, you, and Lubie would not be here.
I mean,
So,
but people, we're
exist.
talking to a guy that never set foot in the Harris Casino.
So okay,
He's
I
a
didn't
poker
go to-
player, and the people are there to be had. It's just a sucker game
I've-
at Harris in New
I've
Orleans.
been to.
Any good poker player makes money there.
I almost checked all the boxes.
And there's
this
a
trip,
lucky dog stand right there by the
except for
table.
2 things I didn't check this time: the fairgrounds, where I've been a million times, both
Well, you
for
need to go
races
back,
and
yeah.
Jazz Fest,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is the site of the annual Jazz
A disgrace
Fest.
you didn't go there.
And didn't go, even though it was 1 block away. We could see it from our hotel, the Harris Casino. And do you realize the Superdome is now sponsored by Harris? It's no longer
Well,
the
of course.
Mercedes.
Oh, is it? I thought it was something else.
big
Yeah.
Harris logos are all over.
Yeah,
the
you know what I
Superdome.
love is that the basketball arena right next door is the
It's like
Smoothie King.
Smoothie King or
It's a
something.
good logo.
Something,
too.
yeah.
But
And no one cares
I
about the
floated
Pelicans.
the idea after Sunday night dinner before going to Tipitina's
Play a little blackjack.
to go into the Harris Casino. I was shot down because you know why?
Because your
She said-
girlfriend is a lot smarter than you are.
because she says she finds it overly depressing.
Why is that, man?
And I wasn't about to start any
They're gonna
kind
You
of.
buy some cubic zirconium at the diamond
I
shop
was
there.
not going to start any kind of contretemps. Say fancy.
casino
New
there
Orleans
is
word.
nice. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, well, you and
You
Sally
know
will
what? They have
enjoy
a
your whole
You
trip
want
there.
they,
fun.
they have an Acme
did a-
mini Acme in the casino.
So I call this a non-degenerate trip.
You did
because
a regular trip. You did the
we
kind of
just
trip my
did
wife and I
normal eating and drinking.
Well, it's a waste of time. I mean,
not gambling
Oh,
in
wait.
between.
We
Why
one more
even
break
go?
to
Hey,
get
we
Why
got
even
to
go?
do one more break, and then we'll get out of here. But first, I want to talk about our friends at Delaware Chicken and Seafood Market, too. You want to go in there for the freshest and poultry and meats and seafood. Of course, they've got the Alaskan king crabs. They also have stone crabs, the Florida stone crabs. That's their bread and butter.
Stone crab season.
And they will
Stone
crack them for
crab
you.
bisque was a giant
That's
hit.
fantastic.
Wow.
The soups are
Don't
fantastic.
sleep on
Oh,
the
it's
soups.
chowder. Stone crab chowder.
Stone
Stone crab chowder
chowder.
is
They have
great.
great chicken vegetable soup.
Yep.
They have that wonderful conch chowder.
The dips are
and
nice.
everything that you get in there. They'll prepare grab and go items like the roasted chicken, and along with the dips that are world famous. We love Delaware Chicken and Seafood. It is at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood. Go in there, tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Go onto their website. It's been newly reconfigured.
Yeah, redone.
DelawareChicken.com for the weekly specials along with the daily offerings. The holidays are coming up. Easter, Good
Passover,
Friday and
yep.
Easter are coming at the end of this month,
Christmas right around the corner.
followed by Passover a
yep.
few weeks later. It is Holiday Central for all your big family meals. DelawareChicken.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right,
Very good. All
let's
right,
take
that's
that
it.
last break,
And then
and
we'll
then
finish things up here
we'll
at
finally
Tacocraft.
get out of here. And maybe I'll talk more about all the different wings of the World War II Museum in New Orleans.
God, no.
Weak, man. Weak.
Want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting? Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasto platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets, they've got eggs Benedict, they've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. You're looking for an exquisite sushi experience. Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill. People come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you.
All right, we ate, we drank, we had a good time.
Man, I haven't stopped
we had
eating
a little
since
bit
the show
of
started.
a debate over Skyline chili versus
No, you
Lucky
can't even.
Dog
They're
chili.
not in the same
Lucky Dog
conversation.
chili was the worst chili I've ever eaten. In my life.
I wouldn't say that it was going to win any contest. I mean, it's time and circumstance with the Lucky
Thin
Dog.
layer of gruel that's laid
I
on
wouldn't
top
eat
of your.
either. if
You're
I was in
slumped
New
over a
Orleans.
slot machine. You're barely even cognizant anymore about what's going on. The wife comes over and says, "Hey, well, you want a bite of this? You have a Lucky Dog with chili
Yeah,
and
it's great.
cheese. It's
Anything.
phenomenal."
Exactly.
One of the few bites in New Orleans
Well,
that
it's
actually
not-
threw in the
It's
trash
like an
can.
off the beaten path New Orleans food. You're not. It's not
Yeah,
like a main
yeah.
New
I mean, you
Orleans
can't
food.
go with your foo-foo, food
I am
judgment.
foo-foo.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no denying my foo-fooism.
Yes.
We're going to be tomorrow. Talk about foo-foo.
I'm super stoked.
but
I
it's
love
so
Kaizen,
good.
man.
How good is kui lamb and the
Fantastic.
sushi and sashimi at Kaizen? We're going to be there, 5640 North Federal Highway. It is not open for lunch tomorrow. It is on the weekends.
Yep.
So if you have a hankering for sushi, you go in there for dinner time every day or on the weekends for lunch.
What is that thing you asked for? The Quasimodo, where he gives you whatever.
Omakase.
Omakase. Oh my God.
And you get a bunch of
He
different
is so-
stuff.
You know what?
And he
Stick to hot
selects-
dogs.
And he
All right.
selects it for you.
Thanks again to Mark Falsetto, the whole
Yeah,
crew
thanks,
here at
Mark and,
Tacocraft Fort
Tony
Lauderdale. 3 great locations coming soon to Coral Springs. We love Tacocraft. Taco Tuesday. Come on in.
This
check
was
it out
great.
yourself.
I mean, you know what?
Fantastic.
Very, very, very good.
510 North Federal Highway, right in the heart of
Flagler
downtown
Village.
Fort Lauderdale, Victoria Park, Flagler Village. Until tomorrow, for Defo and Lubie, it's Mayo.
Enjoy every
saying,
salad.
Enjoy every taco taquito and enjoy every salad.